Hey, good day, YouTube. Hey guys, Laney50 here again. Thanks for tuning in again. Got a sort of a tabletop review, but only I'm sitting on the floor, so we're going to call this the floor review. Today we've got the Gerber Ripstop Multitool. We're going to do a little review on this. I've had this for about a year now. It's a 14 function ripstop multi-tool is what Gerber calls it. The part number on this is 22-01772. So let's get into this. First of all, you can see it comes in this nice little nylon sheath. I guess they call it ballistic nylon sheath. On the back, it has two loops. I guess you could put it on a belt. I guess they're probably about 1.5 inches wide. I guess if you had a thinner belt, you could put that on, carry it on your person. Also has another belt loop, so you can carry it vertically. So let's open this bad boy up, and I'll show you some detail here. First thing we notice when we open it up, tools are on the outside of the multi-tool, so easier access. I kind of like this design better than some of the Leatherman designs, or at least the ones that I have. The other thing I like about this, and just to be fair, we're going to do pros and cons, because you know, you got to be fair when you do a review, because a lot of people are going to be seeing this, and gots to be fair. So first of all, the pros on this thing, quite a bit. Very little cons I found, but it does have a couple that I'm not crazy about. First thing is, it's actually put together with, what do you call it, these Torx bits, so you can actually disassemble this thing if you ever needed to, you know, put maybe a new saw blade or a new blade or any type of new tool on here. You can take this tool apart with relative ease. It's fairly lightweight, like I said, fairly. It's still a pretty big, good-sized multi-tool. As you can see, it fits in the palm of your hand. It's probably the size of a good Leatherman. But ergonomically, it really fits in the palm of your hand, and it grips very well. Just due to the shape of this, it's very easy to grip. The other thing I like about this is when it's open, you can see you've got your needle nose pliers. But what I'm really digging about this thing is that this is a spring-loaded multi-tool, which makes it really easy to work. Or if you're going to use the pliers at all, or the cutting pliers, you can see here, it pops right back open. It's spring-loaded. It's nice and sturdy. Everything about this, really good feel to it. Fits in the palm of your hand very nice. Again, it's got some weight to it, but it's still pretty lightweight. It's not going to, wear you down. Right out of the box, all of the blades on this multi-tool are extremely sharp. Whether it be the standard straight blade, the saw blade, it has a serrated blade on the opposite side. It basically has all of the things that your basic multi-tools have. Your pair of scissors, your can opener, bottle opener, your straight blade screwdriver. This is a small one. It has a larger one on the other side, which I'll show you momentarily. Also, all the tools lock into place. In order to put them back, you pull back these tabs here with your thumb and your forefinger, and now you can put your tool back into its original position. Another thing I like about this is the scissors that come with this tool. The scissors fold out. Now they're small scissors like you're going to find on any other multi-tool. There's no, no surprise there. However, the nice thing about all of the tools on this, but the scissors really kind of surprised me. There is absolutely no play in these scissors whatsoever. On this lever here, the one part of the scissors, the upper portion here, absolutely no play in it. It's very sturdy, very tough, spring-loaded, bounces right back. It's a real heavy-duty pair of little scissors here. Hello there. put that back into place here. On the other side, we're going to flip it over, and we're going to get to one of the cons in a second. First of all, we have your straight blade. Going to whip out the larger flat-bladed screwdriver. Now, here's where we get to the con, and this is my major peeve with this. This is the Phillips screwdriver, if you want to call it that. Because I think somebody really screwed up at the factory in the stamping process, because you couldn't remove any type of Phillips screw with this if your life depended on it. The stamping at the very tip of this Phillips headed blade here, it's atrocious. It's really useless. You can use it as a digging apparatus or to dig a hole or something with, and that's about it. However, in all fairness, that could just be my particular multi-tool. It could have just been a thing at the factory, or could have been Friday at 4:30. Who the hell knows? But in any event, that's one of my peeves with this. Then again, I guess if you think about it, if you're out hiking or camping, I doubt you're going to use the Phillips screwdriver much out in the field or out in the woods. Probably wouldn't really have any use for it. So we'll fold that back in. So, however, I guess if you're, like a handyman or somebody that depends on a multi-tool, just make sure that when you get it, that the Phillips driver is worthy and it's actually going to work. So we'll fold those back in. And last but not least, there is a saw blade. Now, kudos to Gerber for the saw blade. This thing is super sharp. You can pull skin right off with this thing when you're pulling it out. So actually, when you're pulling it out, just be careful. This thing is super sharp, and it cuts pretty well. You can do very small little limbs with this thing with relative ease. Very easy to use the saw blade on this. And again, like everything else, it'll lock into place. Use your thumb screws or your thumb lever to pull back on, and then put your blades back into place. The other thing it does have, I forgot to mention, is it has a lanyard loop in it. Let's see if I can get my fingernail in there and pull it out. That's what happens when you play guitar and you don't have fingernails. You can see the lanyard loop here, I guess, if you can see it on the camera. That will pull all the way out, and you can put a lanyard on that. Another little convenient thing. So, I feel that, Gerber overall did a pretty good job with this. Now, I did have another peeve with this that I wanted to mention, that when you fold this out and you want to use the pliers, due to the shape of the outside, you kind of got to hold this, if you're going to use the pliers, very close to the back. That's where you're going to have to put most of your palm weight. If you tend to choke up a little bit, you're going to notice that if you're working on something, these pliers have the tendency to slide out of your hand. So keep that in mind. If you're going to use this thing, just hold it pretty far back. You'll have a little better leverage, and you'll be able to get a better grasp or a better grip on the multi-tool itself if you're using the pliers function. Let's see here. Can be repaired easy. Again, just a couple of the pros. The cons, like I said, lousy Phillips. And the other thing it does not have, like some of the Leatherman have, is a ruler function. Like when you lay it out, in its entirety and put it on the ground, you'll see inches and millimeters and things like that. You don't get that on this particular tool. Is it a big deal for me? No, because I don't use this for work or anything. It's just a multi-tool, a good basic multi-tool that I can use out in the field, or if I go camping or hiking or something. Now, the best for last. This puppy is under 35 bucks. That's right. You get all of this goodness for under 35 bucks. Anyway, the end of my video. I'm running out of time here. We're almost at the 10-minute mark. Again, folks, read the Constitution. We got to do everything to protect our rights, and rock on, party on, and all that stuff. I'm hitting the sack. I'm going to bed. And this was my tabletop review of the Gerber Ripstop multi-tool. Everybody, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you soon.